Hey guys, welcome back to channel Football Analytics. Today we're looking into the Bundesliga and the French League. I selected quite a few games for you for Saturday and Sunday, so let's dive into it. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to this channel guys, do whatever you have to do to support it. I'll really appreciate it. So let's start off with the Bundesliga, Bochum against Augsburg. Bochum is in the relegation zone. They need at least 6 points right now to draw level with Pauli. But the way they've been playing looks like it's not going to happen. Look at the last 3 losses they had: 0-4, 3-1, and 1-3. So they conceded 10 goals in the last 3 games, while Augsburg, this was the annoying team. I tried to bet against them a couple of times when they were riding that crazy not conceding streak of 5 straight games. And first of all, what I'm liking about this game is obviously that Bochum has been conceding, but also Augsburg has been performing pretty good away. Look at that, 7 points, actually 8 points in the last 4 games against tough opponents, Mainz, Dortmund, and Hoffenheim at home. It's pretty solid at times. So good. Look, the odds right now for bookies are giving us, we are going with the underdog actually. Bochum is the favorite here at 250, but Augsburg, the line keeps growing. Well, it depends which bookie. But right now on Bet365, it's at 280. And look, the line here, that's what really attracted me to this bet, the line of over 1 on Augsburg. This is the Bundesliga, goals are happening. It's currently at 175 for Augsburg, over 1 goal, which means if they score 1, you get a refund. If they score 2, you win the bet. You will only lose it if they don't score at all. But I don't think they're not going to be scoring, because look at the last few games that Bochum has been playing and conceding. So you're telling me that Augsburg is not going to score. Plus, I know this is an important game for Bochum. They're still in play to survive for next season. But the thing is, Augsburg is only, look, it looks like they're in 11th place, but they're only 5 points away from the 6th spot, which is the Conference League. So it's still in play. They've also haven't won in the last 2 games. And that's why I'm liking Augsburg here, guys. So that's going to be the first tip, is to go with Augsburg. I'm going to put it just to score, because I bet majority of my games live to get odds closer to 2. So I wait past the 65th minute and I hunt them down. And you should start doing that too, unless you're taking over once and waiting for halftime to take odds closer to 2. Let's move on to Borussia against Freiburg. The line right now is at 215 for Borussia to win and 325 for Freiburg to win. Now, Freiburg is a really interesting team. Remember, if you've been following my channel in the previous videos, we tried to catch them when they were riding that non-conceding streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in the Bundesliga that they haven't been conceded. But once they conceded, once they broke through that streak, which we had Mainz to score, then they started conceding a lot. And look at that, 3 games in a row right now. While Borussia, look, at home, they've been pretty shit. This is the last game that they won, 1-0. This doesn't count because this was a club friendly. But besides that, they had that negative streak of not winning at home. And this game is huge for both sides. I think we're going to get goals in this side no matter which way you're going to go through. At first, I thought maybe we should go for Freiburg to get that W, because they're still a decent team. They're just riding through a negative streak. But then again, at home, I feel like going with Borussia is the better choice here. I think if Freiburg scores, Borussia is going to be scoring as well. The line, of course, is higher on Freiburg goal. It's over 1 specifically. It's at 160 right now. Borussia, it's lower. It's at 135. And if you want to go for the outcomes of games, guys, listen, I always suggest the goal market on this channel, but in the Bundesliga, they're giving us some really great odds if you're gonna try catching the winners of the game. So, but I'm sticking to Borussia to score over 1 goal. It depends how you bet, and that will be my second tip. And then we got Leverkusen against Union Berlin, one of my blacklisted teams, but bear with me here. I'm gonna explain you why I like this bet. First of all, the line I think is only gonna keep growing on Leverkusen. It's at 133 because Union Berlin has been performing really good away. Look, they haven't lost in the last 4 games, while Leverkusen, they had that negative streak of not winning at home. Look at this. But right now, because the situation is Leverkusen still have a minor chance to win the league. It looks like it's going to be Xavi's last year, because he's going to Real Madrid next year. I don't want to drop the news early. I'm not Fabrizio Romano or anything, but looks like Ancelotti is going to be leaving unless he beats Arsenal. I just think Leverkusen is going to end the season good, and they're now on a 3-game winning streak, and they are playing against this tough Union team, and that's why maybe the odds will rise even to 140. But let's see how the line is moving. Depends where the money is going. But right now, I feel like Union is going to catch an L. soon enough, because it is tough to go 5 games in a row without losing in the Bundesliga. Where's Union right now on the table? They are 13th. Look, they're safe. This game matters much more for Leverkusen, and the market right now is blocked for over 1, but it's really low. So this is a game I would suggest to take live. You know how Leverkusen is, especially last year. They were not scoring the first half and they would score bunches in the end of the game. So if this game gets closer in the second half without scoring, because also remember, Union Berlin plays a lot of low scoring games, it could be an opportunity to take Leverkusen to score past the 60th minute. But again, they can score earlier. So my third tip is going to be that Leverkusen is going to score, and they're going to keep the title race going, because remember, Bayern is going to play against Dortmund, so that could be a possibility for them to gain some points. And also Bayern are still in the Champions League. They have to play Inter in a couple of days, so let's see how that plays out. Now let's finish out with the Bundesliga. For Sunday, I only have 1 game. There's only 2 games usually in the Bundesliga on Sunday, so this is only one, and there's just one streak that I like in this game, and that's Bremen not conceding in 2 games in a row. Stuttgart haven't been doing well at home. Look at that, 3 straight losses, so I think they're gonna bounce back. By the way, this was the cup game, so when I see a Bundesliga team like Stuttgart having 3 losses, obviously they're not gonna lose 4 in a row. At the table right now, they're close to each other, but look, Stuttgart also has the possibility, just like Werder, maybe to have a chance at the Conference League, but Stuttgart is a better team than Bremen, and that's why I think we should be going with Stuttgart here. The line is at 165. I don't think it's a bad bet if you go with Stuttgart simply to win, but I would suggest to go with them to score, and again, catch it live to get better odds, or take over 1 past the first half if they don't score. Let's move on to the French League. We got Toulouse and Lille is the first game on Saturday. Look, Toulouse, 3 games in a row that they lost. Look at the way they're conceding. At the table, they still have nothing to play for. They are safe. Look, it's an 8-point lead, but I doubt they're going to choke that lead. Where Lille, the Champions League is really interesting, the situation there. Look, they're only 5 points away from the 2nd place, so everybody is still in play from Lille up to Marseille. And what I'm liking about this game, besides Toulouse conceding, is that Lille haven't won in 4 straight. So you know how this goes with the far chart, guys. So we are going to be leaning towards taking Lille. The line right now is also really tasty. Look at that, it's at 255. It's dropping a bit, and I think it's only going to keep dropping. I think that Lille is going to be scoring at least 1 goal against Toulouse. If they don't, I'm going to be really surprised. It's at 170, the over 1 market. So that's not bad at all. If you want to lean towards taking Toulouse, it's at 180. But my tip for you guys is to go with the more desperate team who needs to get in the European Cups for next year, because they are going to be losing players this summer. Also, Jonathan David looks like he's going to leave. Well, for sure, he's going to be a free agent this year. So this is an opportunity for Lille to finally win away, and that's my first tip for the French League. Then we move on to the Strasbourg-Nice game, guys. Strasbourg, the most impressive team right now, besides PSG, obviously. They're all like under 21. Their goalkeeper is on crack. It's insane what they're doing right now. And Nice is close at the table also. Look, they're in play for the Champions League. Let's look at the line here. 275, 255, guys. At first, I thought maybe it's time for Strasbourg to lose, but I didn't catch them last weekend. I'm actually going to ride with them this weekend. It's just they've been scoring also a lot. The line is 150 right now for over 1 market. I don't think that's bad for a simple goal. Nice can be a tough team to play against, but they have been conceding. But still, I feel like Strasbourg at home especially, they're a really good team. I feel like they're going to be scoring at least 1 goal, so that's going to be my second tip for the French League on Saturday. Then on Sunday, Auxerre against Montpellier. Montpellier is, it's like the Southampton, the Monza, one of the worst teams in the top 5 leagues, guys. We already took against them a couple of times and we won all our bets. So why not continue? I'm gonna show you 2 craziest streak right now that's going on in this game, and that's from both sides. First of all, Montpellier, you know how it is, you know how it works there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 games without scoring in the French League. And also Auxerre, who's a better team. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games without scoring. They are at home. The line is right now, you can double up your money against Montpellier if you take them. But look, maybe Montpellier is going to be scoring. Potentially, we can have a BTTS game. I do think Auxerre is going to be scoring. The line is a bit low here. It's at 135 right now for over 1, but I don't think they should have any trouble to score against Montpellier, because they have the worst defense with Saint Etienne by far. They're in the 60s. And if you want to take Montpellier, which I think is worth a try, the odds right now are currently at 2, so you can double up your money for over 1. It's not a goal market, it's over 1. So you'll get a refund if Montpellier scores 1 goal. But I feel confident. I feel like Auxerre is going to be scoring. Now, to end this video, we have Auxerre against Lyon. Lyon are coming off a 2-2 draw against Man United. I checked out the mistakes that Onana had yesterday. The second goal wasn't really a mistake, so don't be that hard on him. Anyway, so Lyon, again, important game, guys. We're going with the more desperate teams. Lyon is actually doing really well. Besides, I had to mention that PSG, Strasbourg and Lyon are like one of the most impressive teams because they've been playing some really good football. Besides that Strasbourg loss, look at that win streak that Lyon had. So, but they are riding their also positive streak. Oh yeah, that's another one to look at. That's why we like this game as well. 2 games in a row where they haven't conceded. Let the far chart work in our favor. In fact, they only conceded 1 goal in the last 4 games. So let Lyon continue. The only thing that worries me, guys, is that they might be playing some second string players because they do go to Old Trafford next week. But I am confident that Lyon is going to be scoring at least 1 goal, and this game is to take alive because the over 1 market is only at 125. If you feel like Auxerre is going to continue their positive streak, the market is at 160 for over 1. That's also a bit low. So Lyon live, they are going to be scoring at least 1 goal in this game. Guys, this is it for the Bundesliga and the French League. I've looked into La Liga. I'm not too convinced. Maybe I'll make a video tonight. I still have to look at more games, but right now I'm not too happy with what I'm seeing there. So guys, hit the thumbs up on this channel, subscribe if you want to support me. Additionally, become a YouTube member, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Adios.